What's up, Shadow Mob? It's KaiFrozt back at you with another video. Um, Today's video is about 5 different types of magic. There's many other types of magic out there. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, let's get to it. The first one is healing magic. They're not any particular order, but this one is just on my list first for right now. So many others I like. But anyway, healing magic uses various methods of healing, including crystals, herbs, prayer, Reiki, etc. In case you don't know what Reiki is, that's more of a hands-on thing that ties into meditation and crystal healing type. Practicing with healing magic, it causes damaged people to be attracted to you. The practitioner, I'm not gonna say you, but practitioner. Attraction, creating an attraction for damaged people to be lured to will kind of get annoying after a while if you're not able to deal with everyone or have enough strength to heal yourself after having to deal with a lot of people. That's why a lot of these people tend to be alone. They prefer not to be around people or have too many types of people or too many new type of people around them. Healing magic, practicing it drains a lot of energy from the practitioner. That's why I was mentioning earlier that like Reiki and stuff like that, that's a form of healing magic, a practice of healing magic where it takes energy from oneself and puts into another person, or taking a issue and putting it inside the practitioner. Like sometimes the practitioner might bear the burdens of somebody else to heal them in order to remove that from themselves. Say you like having a bad day as a practitioner, as the person who's going to see a practitioner. The practitioner will make their bad day they will make I just got lost. If I'm a damaged person and I go to see, scratch that. If I'm a healing person practicing healing magic and I see you're having a bad day, I will take your issue and make it mine, and give you my good day if I'm having a good day, which I can make myself have a good day. Therefore, I will have a bad day, and it will be up to me instead of you to fix that bad day. And the better I get at practicing my own healing magic, I can immediately erase that bad day I have given myself, provided by you, or that was from you. I know a lot of people that can't turn bad days into good days, or bad energy into good energy, or neutral energy, stuff like that. So that's why people who practice healing magic are necessary. It's kind of weird. Hatred will stem when a healer sets boundaries to protect themselves. This goes to what I was first saying about a healer having to have enough energy and strength and resources to give to themselves to be able to keep healing, or to sustain the practice to heal a person. For example, for example, you're like a Reiki practitioner, right? I keep using Reiki because that's the one that's on my mind the most. I used to practice Reiki or study it a little bit. not too much. I wouldn't call myself like a full blown. I kind of dabble in it, right? So so yeah. Say for example, I'm using Reiki um, as a business, a way to um, gain income for myself. So I have customers or consumers, whatever the word chooses to be. And I previously had a client that took a lot of work, that needed a lot of healing, a lot of service. The client after that might get canceled due to the fact that the previous one took a lot, and I would need to take time out to heal from that. You know, is it almost every I wouldn't say almost every, but some of the consumers or the one that you're applying your practice to are traumatic experiences for the healer. You know, they have a lot of what they call bad juju or bad karma attached to them, like a really dark cloud over top of their head. Some of them got like lightning bolts striking them and stuff like that. These are all metaphors for energy, right? They live a toxic lifestyle, or they've been around people that have toxic lifestyles, or they've been cursed or hexed or something like that. You know, they got lost in some type of confusion, or taking all of those issues on for them to have a normal day, at least one day, or to completely heal them of that, depending on if they go right back to that same scenario that caused that in the first place, which a lot of practitioners really would not see you anymore if you did something like that. It takes a stress physically and mentally and emotionally for the healer. This is why a lot of healers are empaths or become empaths that stay alone, because a lot of people come back with that same energy, and they want that same energy, same healing over and over and over again. Sometimes it takes days or hours or weeks, months, years to recover from healing someone. You know, this is why hatred stems from setting boundaries. Yeah, you might get cut off just because like a practitioner is not at that level to help you. Or if you don't necessarily get cut off, you might get charged more if it is a business, because they might have to bring in other people, or like a master healer or somebody that can help you more, and they have to pay them or have to share resources and stuff like that with them. So and it may take time, you know, to heal somebody, and that may also bring hatred towards the healer, because some people like think it's a fast process, like you snap your fingers, you know, and everything's done. But if the healer set boundaries, they might take a little bit here, and you gotta come back like the day after the next, the day after tomorrow. You guys know what I'm saying. You know, you gotta come back like 2 days later or something like that. I was trying to find a little catchy little phrase, you know, but it didn't work out like that. Yeah, you might have to come back 2-3 days later or something like that, maybe a week, to get another treatment done too. So that way they can the healer can recover as well, for them to be able to tackle on your problems. When you're dealing with a healer, the goal is try not to mess yourself up after they just apply some type of healing to, you know, stay healthy type shit. Right? I know a lot of people they jump right back into toxic waters and they come right back. Sometimes even more damage than what they left as. And this causes like very bad stress on the healer because it makes them feel like all their efforts and shit, efforts and stuff was worth it, not worth it type, you know. So just be mindful of your healer and what they do for you and how they feel doing it for you. All right. The next one is candle magic. All right. Candle energy comes back to the caster threefold. In case you don't, we're gonna get into each individual magic on another video, but for right now, there's only 5 types of magic. Candle magic energy comes back to the caster threefold. It's dangerous if candle holder explodes. It's been a couple times I was casting spells and meditating and visualizing. I used to practice candle magic, and a candle holder exploded on me. Based on how much energy I put into it, or the intent, or what's coming out from it, like the outcome, and the whole thing kind of, it was like a fat jar type thing, and the whole thing exploded. So I had some small ones, like, the ones, you buy at like Walmart, the skinny long ones, and those, like, the top of it might explode or something like that, or crack, and it's kind of scary. It was glass and fire everywhere sometimes. You gotta be careful with candle magic, but yeah, sorry about that. I had a little interruption, but it's okay. But yeah, what was I saying? The candle holders explode, or those of you that already practice and know what I'm saying. And for those that you are interested in practicing or just beginning to practice, you'll understand. Keep practicing and things can get wicked. Just be safe. Give yourself some distance and keep like some baking soda or some sand or something nearby so you can put that out in case the fire starts to spread. We don't want it to spread. We just want to provide our spells, say what we gotta say, pray, visualize, let the candle burn out naturally, and move upon our day. Yeah. With candle magic, the practitioner could summon unwanted spirits subconsciously, meaning you might have an intent in your head, but subconsciously you'll think about something else. This is where meditation and meditation and grounding comes into play, and allowing yourself to clear your mind fully and quiet your thoughts, so that way you're not really self-sabotaging your intent, because this will play out in candle magic, and you'll see what I'm talking about in case you haven't seen it already. And that's what almost anything you do revolving around water or fire. And it might confuse you because that's not what you wanted. That's not what you could safely assume that you projected out into the universe for it to get back, but you received it anyway because you kind of did want it, but it might not be from your consciousness. It was someplace inside yourself that you could not have seen. Someplace that you didn't see inside your own mind. So you really got to tap in and master certain things about self before you try to do candle magic in that aspect. Unless, of course, you are prepared or you choose to take that risk and deal with that, which some people are, many people are. But if you are not and you want purity and clarity then do what I said just now. If you want to gamble, then don't worry about what I said. You can disregard that. When I first started, I was a gambler. I like to gamble, but sometimes it's not good to gamble. Okay. When you're dealing with fire, we're not gonna talk about the water aspect. But when we're dealing with fire, such as candle magic, you have unpredictable outcomes. For example, if you are doing like a money spell or something like that, so you have a green candle. Because it's green and it's a candle and you're practicing some type of magic with it and casting some type of spells with it, you have to remember, fire goes wherever the wind blows, okay? So you might go right, you might go left. you might want things to go right, but things might go left. You could be casting a spell and for more money, but the spell caused you to end up spending more money or losing money or owing money or something like that, rather than getting money. Or you might have put in the universe to gain like $1 million and you ended up with $1 because technically that's $1 million somewhere. You're rich somewhere. Like little small trickster stuff like that. It'll kind of throw you off mentally, but you'll get it right the more you practice and knowing what you're dealing with, rather than try to be practical about everything. Candle magic you can incorporate into plenty other practices, different belief systems and practices and stuff like that. Different religions you can always incorporate candle magic into, unless it's just a negative thing in your belief or your religion or something like that. You shouldn't be doing it, and you shouldn't be doing it, right? Next is Fae Magic. Fae Magic is something I've observed. I won't say I study or practice it, but I have observed it. I was interested a little bit, but it's not my type of thing. But I know other people out there could use the information, so that's why it's on my list. Fae Magic is centered around like older gods, based on a certain culture, like elves, fairies, and gnomes. I know a lot of people like gnomes and fairies and elves and stuff like that. This is where Fae Magic derives its elements from. So when we talk about Fae Magic and stuff like that, no, you're talking about these type of entities and deities. Practitioners usually, but not always, use mushrooms in practice. It's something about mushrooms and the fact that they don't really need anything to grow and exist is like technically like the image of the whole magic is a symbol of the practice, if that makes sense. A practitioner must connect and involve self with phase before they're able to practice. This means you have to be granted permission before you can actually say you're practicing Fae Magic. You gotta find like a deity or something like that to tap into and have like a mentor or a guide to walk you through it and make offerings before you're able Many Fae Magic practitioners say they study for about a year and make the offerings and things like that and the rituals and before they're able to practice it and apply it for their own life. If you're not able to do that, or if you don't want to do that, I suggest you don't do Fae Magic. A lot of these magics require you to live life in some type of servitude to the entities that's in it before you're able to become an entity of it. Yeah, like a child to a parent, and one day you'll be able to have your own child type thing. So you follow others, and one day others will follow you in these type of magics. Fae magic is tied to multiple elements depending on the types of Fae you're following and you believe in and you choose to practice with and make offerings to. Musicians can tune in the Fae frequencies easier than most. This means if you you don't necessarily have to be a musician, but be able to play an instrument or make a tune or something like that, or can harmonize. You can tap into a Fae frequency and attract deities, and you can attract magic, you can attract the culture to you, as well as have them open up a little bit easier and more to you, because this is a part of the culture. Yeah, you see it. You see my hat right here. You see it, but it's not read that way. It's read this way. So yeah. Either way it goes, I love it. It's on my forehead. So you can call that Tantra. I am, by the way, but we're not even gonna talk about that. Next one, Draco Magic. For those that you don't know what Draco Magic is, it's dragon magic. This one is really not for everybody. This one requires you to be a fierce individual with an aggressive personality. A lot of this stuff comes from having to go through hardships and protect what is given to you, and just lead your. What Spider-Man says, with great power comes greater responsibilities, or something like that. Well, this type of magic is you'll know you'll know why I say this if you have practiced it or are practicing it or soon to be practicing it. This type of thing, man. A lot of people who practice Draco Magic are physically fit. They don't take any mess, and that more than likely raunchy individuals and sexualized. Some people call these type of people or practitioners hypersexualized. That's not even a half. They're not sexually hypersexualized or overly sexual, but they in their world and their practices, this is normal everyday stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't like. It would be wrong of me to say flamboyancy is wrong in this practice. It's more so some of these individuals, or a lot of these individuals, are more ambiguous. But we're not talking about the people. We're talking about the practice, the magic. When one begins to practice, then one is bounded into the magic itself, meaning The deities will always have a grasp on you, a hold on you. It's hard, if not impossible, to like shake it. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like how Christians believe Satanism or evil. I wouldn't call these people or this magic evil, but that's how Christians would portray it. Failure results in punishment or loss. It's with the Fae Magic where it's more so led by deities, mentally, a lot of dreams and stuff like that, where these type of things will guide you that way. You might just stop what you're doing and start having random daydreams, and nobody understands what the hell you're talking about or what you're doing, what's going on in your life. The more you're tapped into it, I say the more you either be involved with crowds of people or stay by yourself, depending on what they're telling you and what your purpose is. This path isn't for everybody, for real. It's not for everybody, They'll grant you what you need and what you want, but at a cost. If you're not ready to pay that cost, then don't even deal with this. Stay away from this. Goals are centered around sacrificing and obeying. So it's basically gambling and like gaining. Loss and gain and supply and demand is really what makes this practice what it is. That's why a lot of people that are entrepreneurs or business people or anything that involves networking and connection with other people tend to go to the Draco Magic due to that simple fact that it is a magic based on power and respect and discipline and self-discipline and willpower especially. Self-discipline and willpower are like the main keys, the main elements of this magic here. This Draco Magic usually like fire signs, astrological fire signs like Sagittarius, Aries, and Leos, they tend to subconsciously involve themselves with Draco Magic. But anybody, especially earth signs and stuff like that, they can dive into it by accident or subconsciously or on purpose due to whatever they lack. But fire signs usually the first ones to jump out of the frying pan into the fire with this, to learn more about themselves, or to upgrade themselves, level up type. The next one is plant magic. Nature is an entity with various shapes and forms. Protecting plants and the protectors or the providers of plants are the goals of plant magic. Meaning like basically go green and protecting the environment and stuff like that. Plants have different signs, symbols, shapes, and languages to communicate. This magic is based on the adapting, transformation and adapting, as well as nurturing, stuff like that. Vegans and vegetarians, I wouldn't necessarily say would be a good match for plant magic, because plants don't want to be eaten, especially not alive. That's kind of like a form of cannibalism, to be eating plants alive. That's why a lot of practitioners end up as fruitarians, meaning they eat whatever falls from the tree, like berries and oranges, the lemons, the fruits that fall off the tree, whatever the plant provides, their leaves, the leaves that are no longer able to be on, stuff like that, and nuts and stuff like that. Not necessarily chopping off a whole arm of a plant and eating it raw and alive. That plant could have used that somewhere. But yeah, a lot of the times, a person of plant magic, a practitioner of plant magic, ends up as a gardener or a farmer or some sort like that, where they are a caretaker of plants. They ultimately see plants as children, or something they must take care of, as well as receive the benefits. Like, say for example, I'm a practitioner of plant magic. I wouldn't know that I'm a child of the plant deities, the natural deities, the deities of nature. That's why we was provided with the seeds. That's what is provided by the plants. That's why we have green thumbs. A lot of people that practice plant magic feel like they are chosen one for that job, because a lot of people are unable to grow a plant regardless. It's always something that they lack. It's an easy job, but it is not for everybody, because it is hard. It requires patience. It requires ability to nurture and provide nutrients, and give and take one balance. So you have to really have a balance going on. Like a irrigation system. You have to involve yourself in the natural phenomena, the natural economics. Place yourself in an unseen irrigation system. This is what a lot of metaphysics is about. This is where a lot of these magic creates like hallucinations, and but plant magic will literally, physically, and scientifically provide spores for you. The more you get in tune with a plant, the more the plant get in tune with you, based on electrons and protons and neurons that you've been given it. Every time you touch the plant, every time you speak to the plant, every time the plant touches you, every time you water the plant, you're giving a little piece of yourself to it, so it gives back to you. That's what the phrase come, you reap what you sow. To the plant will give you back spores or seeds or something that'll show your hard work. And sometimes it may be like hallucinogens and stuff like that. It'll adapt to your spirit, your aura, your physical life, your world, your actions, your practical natures. This is why a lot of people that practice plant magic are weirdos. Those are not my words necessarily, but this is how the world sees people who practice plant magic, because a lot of people practice this plant magic tend to want to be alone. They feel like they can't really connect to anything else, or they can't connect to people, human beings. So that's why they focus on their plants. Some of them have pets, and the pets help them tend to their gardens and stuff like that. And the plants are in tune with the the pets are in tune with the metaphysical aspects of plants, and what the combination of caretaker and the equivalent on the opposite end have bonded and what are manifesting with each other. Practicing plant magic will make you into a form of healer or something else, based on who you are as a person and what type of plants you're working with. So be prepared for what comes with that. Yeah, this magic is not for everybody either, because that life could get real wicked real quick. And people who practice plant magic tend to be desensitized to the emotions and feelings of humanity. Like psychologically, they develop like a dissociative order, disassociate dissociative order from humanity. But it's more than my words. It's more than what you think it is. Like it gets really deep to where they might deal with people, but they might not give a fuck about you. You know, they might not care that you're even alive, and they probably don't even want to be around you or you around them. You know, and sometimes it might go to extremes to where they might try to remove you without telling you. Like sometimes these type of people won't tell you they have a problem with you being around them or in their presence. You know, they might keep like certain feelings inside that's a secret. Like if they see you littering, or they see you touching the plant the wrong way, or they say they hear you talking a certain way around plants, period. It may not even be their plants. Like they get really defensive, and sometimes it might be consciously, sometimes it might be subconsciously, but they will bring you stress or try to inflict harm in one way or another. So if you're a plant practitioner, be careful of self-sabotage. Remember, people are made out of water too. People are seeds also. Okay, we have brain stems. Okay, that's somebody's seed over there. Like look at people like your plants. Okay, they're people, but they're plants. They grow. They need nutrients. They need water, just like your plants. And for people that have to deal with people practicing plant magic, love plants, man, or be quiet and be sensitive. You know, be caring. You know, because people are fragile about their practice, about their magic. You know, they can use it to heal, or they can use it to harm you. Be careful. Like everybody's dangerous. Not everybody has the same intentions, or that's what they call white magic and black magic. Not everybody has the same intentions for that. So just brace yourself and know who you're dealing with, and protect yourselves, and as well as protect your practice, your magic. You know, don't let nobody steal your power. Don't let nobody take your power. Don't let nobody say you're not powerful because you practice what you practice, and that's not what they practice. You know, everybody's practicing something. That's what life is for. Everybody doing something somewhere. Even if you're not doing anything, you're still doing something. You still exist. You're here for a reason. Everybody here for a reason. And that's that video. It's getting a little bit long. I basically taught a whole class about 5 types of magic. Hopefully somebody learned something about that. You know what I say on my videos. And in case you don't know what I say in my videos, I'm going to say it now. Maybe you're going to get hit. You know, you are more than what you think you are. You don't own nothing in this planet, in this life. Everything here is temporary. We're here to experience it. We're here to observe it, you know. We're here to love it, learn from it, teach it, you know. Remember, in case you didn't hear it from nobody else, in case nobody ever told you this, I love you. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Even if you don't know what the hell you doing. You doing good for something. For somebody. Sometime, somewhere. You are very important. You are valid. See you later, Shadow Mob. KaiFrozt out.